Yo, what's up, boys? It is officially day 3 of 100, and today was a long ass day, I'm not gonna lie. What I did was take a lot of really good calls. My CRM is super packed. I mean, just look at this. Now, did I get in touch with all these people today? No, of course I didn't. Can't call that many people in one day. But I got in touch with a lot of people that I needed to get in touch with. Mostly from ads, of course, from the ads I've been running. Had a few really good conversations. But unfortunately, I didn't book any new meetings. I probably had 3 or 4 conversations that were really close to meetings. But I'm not on a pushy sell anymore. I never push for, I'm never going to try handle an objection head on. I always try to take the consultative approach. So, more in the tone of a doctor or a specialist prescribing you something. I'm not here to sell you like a car salesman. That's not what I'm here to do. So a lot of the people I spoke to today will probably end up having a meeting with me at some point, but that meeting just wasn't in the next couple of days. I'll follow up with them next week, and we'll kind of keep them in the pipeline, keep following up from there, and really go from there. I haven't showed you, but pretty much all of the follow-ups I need to do, I put them on my calendar, and I put them in the CRM saying follow up this day at this time with this information. Yeah, interesting day. I spoke to a guy who was 72 years old. 72, by the way, 72 years old. There's people thinking they're kind of out the ball game by the time they're 25 or 30 or 35 or 40. They think, life's passing by. This guy's 72, he's still hustling. And he says he is just in it to make as much money for himself as possible. Totally understand him. I said, I'm here to help. And I mentioned that our ongoing service fee is 5% revenue per job we generate. Let's say they're making 10 grand on a job. It's a 10 grand quote they give to a client. Our service fee would be at the end of the job, once they've made all their money, they send us $500, 5%. And he was like, oh, that's too much for me. I was like, that's fair enough. Just curious, what's a percent you'd be happy with? And he said, Builders Crack only charges 2.5%. So Builders Crack, you have to pay to use the service. You have to pay to use their token credits. You have to pay a lot, by the way. And even that doesn't guarantee you the job. And it's also an open market, as opposed to doing personal advertising where you pay for the ads, you get all the customers come to you, and you get to keep them exclusively, right? They're your exclusive leads. But he said no, and that's totally fine. I'm not here to convince him otherwise. I sent him a nice long email with the help of Claude. Claude's fucking brilliant, by the way. It's like ChatGPT, just in my opinion. I like it a little bit more. I said, Claude, construct an email that tells me that I hear this guy. Again, Claude, I had a 20-minute conversation with him. Please note this, this, and this. And I told Claude some information. I said, write up an email I can send him that you think is a good consultative tone, professional tone, that might make him want to work with me 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks from now. What else did I do today? I posted the content. I think I'm going to also make some new ads. I have a lot of content kind of in the pipeline, which is good. Like literally, I've already filmed it and edited it. But it goes by quickly. And I like doing ads that don't look like ads. They just look like a boosted post, but they're not actually a boosted post. They are just an actual ad. But I want to make it a bit more personable. So instead of just saying we can help with this and this and this and making an offer, I want to just showcase results. And at the end of the ad say, and if you're interested, click this, get in touch, we'll go from there. I feel like for the market that I'm trying to target, which again is residential tradies in Australia and New Zealand, that's a way better approach. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Yeah, for my existing client, of course, the job is always to get my client's results. So I did a little bit more work for him today, which is good. But But aside from that, I don't have too many updates, to be honest with you, mate. I've got a few cancelled meetings that were cancelled like 6 to 8 weeks ago that I'm going to have to follow up with again, get them back in the calendar. One of them actually went with a local competitor, a guy who does his advertising who lives around the corner from him, so it's kind of hard for me to compete with that. But the other one, apologies for that, my phone storage actually maxed out, so I turned the camera around and saw storage full. So, fuck. Not sure where I was at that point in the video. I think I was mentioning that tomorrow I've set myself the goal of booking 3 new meetings, which will be good. And then on Friday, which will be the 11th of April, I'm spending probably 2 or 3 hours filming a bunch of content for the HG Media, pretty much content channels, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Yeah, again, just a reminder, I'm using the ads I'm running go to a lead form, and all that lead form asks is, well, all the contact fields are 3 things: name, number, business name. That's kind of a self-qualifying field, because if they put in a random business name that doesn't exist, I know it's not as serious. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to make the call and say, hey, I saw you filled out our lead form. Your business name is blah, 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 blah. Tell me about it. If it's a business name that doesn't exist, obviously I'm going to be like, just double checking, you run a business now? Tell me about your business. And in terms of what I'm spending, I'm spending $20 per ad, and I'm running 4 ads right now. 4 ad variations, if you will. So pretty much there's the campaign, and in the ad set level, I'm testing 2 different types of copy. Pretty simple, standard bits of copy. And with those 2 bits of copy, I'm testing 2 creatives each. And they're all reels, they're all videos similar to this, me talking in front of the camera, except pretending like I'm talking to a trade business owner, making an offer for them, as opposed to a YouTube video like this. Yeah, so target for tomorrow is book 3 new meetings for probably Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, one of those 3 days next week, or maybe Saturday or Sunday coming into the weekend. And then Friday, certainly going to film some content for the coming weeks. So yeah, decent day today, better than yesterday, but still didn't book any new meetings, so things have to improve to get to that 100k in 100 days. Yeah, aside from that, I think the biggest challenge is just going to be managing 25 clients. So at some point, probably 7 or 8 clients in, I'm going to have to bring someone on board to help with this. That's an issue for down the line. For now, leads, meetings, new clients. That's my priority. All right, thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow.